How to fast without going hungry or experiencing pain. I'm a neuroscientist and not a medical doctor. Check with your medical doctor before doing anything that affects your health. I want to cite the work of Dave Asprey and Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard. They talk about the benefits of fasting a lot. So fasting has many benefits to the brain and body, improves memory, reduces the risk of cancer, all kinds of wonderful things. Essentially, by fasting, our body goes into survival mode and it starts to get rid of old cells and old mitochondria, making room for new, healthier cells and new, healthy mitochondria. This is a really good thing. Fasting also deprives cancer cells of sugar. Cancer cells must eat sugar, and so when you don't eat sugar, your cancer cells get really hungry, and this gives your immune system to destroy and get rid of those weakened cancer cells. By the way, there's great data to show that fasting before and after chemotherapy greatly reduces the side effects of chemotherapy and makes it more effective. So if someone fasts 24 hours before chemotherapy, this starves the cancer cells so they become weak, and it hardens and strengthens the healthy cells. So when the chemotherapy comes in, chemotherapy is basically poison going through your body. It kills more cancer cells, and it doesn't kill the healthier, stronger cells because they're strong from fasting. Then you fast another 24 hours to make sure you don't get sick to your stomach, and it really works. So please, there's a lot of peer-reviewed data on this. If you look at the benefits of chemotherapy and fasting together, they're really great. So how to make it not painful? You can actually consume calories while fasting. I got this from Dave Asprey. So here's what you can do. One, you can have, first of all, you can have non-caloric drinks, coffee, tea. These are great. These fill up your stomach. These also provide polyphenols to your healthy gut bacteria. So that's really good. Polyphenols are the rich colors in plants like blueberries and tea and coffee and chocolate that your gut bacteria really like. Number two, you can have some fat. Fat will not throw your body out of a fasted state. What throws your body out of a fasted state is sugar or carbs and protein. Sugar will spike your insulin levels, which will take you out of a fasted state, and protein will spike mTOR, which stands for mammalian target of rapamycin or mechanistic target of rapamycin, depending on who you're looking at, and that will take you out of a fasted state. So if you keep your blood glucose low, and you keep your mTOR low, you can stay in a fasted state. And you can do this and still consume fats. And so some fats you can have MCT oil, that's great. And that's turned very quickly into ketones by the liver. And that provides your brain with great energy, so you feel a lot better. So MCT oil would be my number one fat for fasting because it's quickly turned into energy and feels really good. Another thing you can take is coconut oil. You can do ghee. You can do grass-fed butter. You can even have olive oil. You can have a spoonful of olive oil. If you have too much fat, you can get disaster pants. That's Dave Asprey's term. So don't have just too much fat, but you can have a little fat in your coffee or just even like a spoonful of coconut oil, and that can help get you through the day. You can also have non-caloric sweeteners. You can have stevia. You can have monk fruit sugar. These will not take you out of a fasted state because these don't spike insulin or glucose or mTOR. So the best thing and then other things you can take are soluble fiber. So Dave Asprey talked about acacia powder. Acacia powder is a soluble fiber that dissolves in water, and your gut bacteria really like that. If you mix that with some insoluble fiber, like a little bit of celery, that provides a really, that has a feeling of fullness in your stomach, and that can reduce it. So here is what I use in the morning to fast for long periods of time, and by the time it's dinner time, I'm really not hungry, so I could easily go without dinner. So I will wait about 14 hours after eating, so I'll eat dinner at 8 p.m. and about noon I'll have coffee. Here's what I'll put in my coffee. I might put a pinch of baking soda to reduce acidity. You don't have to do that. I'll put a tablespoon of MCT oil. I'll put a little bit of coconut oil. I'll put 3 tablespoons of acacia powder, organic acacia powder. This is soluble fiber that the gut bacteria like. I'll blend that up with a little cinnamon, maybe some curcumin and black pepper. And so it's got these brain nutrients in it as well, other antioxidants. That's a delicious drink. And then I'll eat half a stick of celery. That half a stick of celery provides great insoluble fiber, that really great fiber that fills up the gut. And I'll have that and I'll feel really full. And then if I want something later in the day, I can also do that same recipe essentially with matcha. So replace coffee for matcha. So instead of organic coffee, I'll do a half tablespoon of matcha and blend that with MCT oil, coconut oil, a little ginger. I like ginger with the matcha. the same soluble fiber, little celery. That feels really full, and that's great. Another supplement you can take to improve fasting, to make it less painful, is activated charcoal. Activated charcoal helps detox the body of heavy metals. It also is really helpful for the gut bacteria. I forget the exact mechanism. Dave Asprey talks about that on one of his podcasts. So to review, here are the things. You can have fats while fasting. You can have soluble fiber. You can have insoluble fiber. You can have tea. You can have coffee. And these will not take you out of a fasted state. And then you could stay in that fasted state for longer, which promotes more autophagy and more recovery. So some of the tools you can have are MCT oil. You can also do coconut oil, grass-fed butter, or ghee. Add that to your organic coffee or your organic matcha. You can eat a little bit of celery for that fiber. There's not enough. Don't eat too much, but if you just eat half a stick or a stick of celery, that's not enough glucose or insulin to spike you so hard that you're not going to. That's going to take you out of a fasted state. And you can take activated charcoal. That can help as well. Hope this is helpful. Have a wonderful day. I love you. God bless you.